Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling something that, well, it seems simple on the surface, but honestly, it holds the key to almost every daily chat you'll ever have. We're diving deep into the language of the daily routine.
Hmm.
Our source, it's a common English learning guide, basically a transcript of someone named Sarah walking us through her day. But look, we're not just reading her schedule aloud. Our mission here is to really extract the conversational gold. We want those really practical, useful verbs, the kind of shortcuts for saying when things happen, like approximations.
Right, the around this time, about that time.
Exactly. And just the basic phrases you need to talk about your day clearly, confidently. We're basically taking Sarah's routine and turning it into a kind of blueprint, a customizable one for describing your own life.
And what's really crucial for you, the listener, to understand is that
Mhm.
the value isn't like the specifics of Sarah's day. Honestly, nobody really cares exactly how much oatmeal she's having.
Right.
The real value is in analyzing the language structure behind those actions. We're using her timeline to map out how people actually talk about their day naturally, not like robots.
Absolutely. Let's unpack this. We should start right where the day starts, shouldn't we? The morning framework.
Makes sense.
So Sarah kicks things off saying, I usually get up at around 6 in the morning. Now, get up, that's obviously foundational. Waking up, getting ready to leave the bed.
But let's pause right there on at around. That little phrase, it's pure conversational power.
How so?
Well, it immediately signals approximation, doesn't it? It's such a crucial tool. If you say, I get up at 6:00, you sound, well, a bit rigid.
Yeah, like clockwork.
Exactly. At around gives you that instant flexibility. Maybe 5 minutes before, maybe 5 after. It's just far more natural for daily speech.
Yeah.
It immediately makes you sound less like you're reporting data and more like you're just talking.
Good point. Okay, so after that fuzzy 6 o'clock mark, what's the first action? She says, turn off my alarm. Universal, right?
Mm-hmm. Everyone does that.
Then she says, I stretch in bed for a few minutes. We all know stretch. But what's interesting is the distinction that comes next, I think.
Yes. There's a difference, isn't there, between get up, which
Mhm.
is more about waking, being roused.
Yeah, the mental shift.
Right. And get out of bed, which is the physical act. Feet on the floor.
And for a lot of people, there's a definite pause, maybe even a small battle between those two moments.
Definitely. Naming both actions separately lets you talk about that whole process more clearly.
Okay, so she's out of bed. Then hygiene. I go to the bathroom and have a shower. Now, I often say take a shower. Is one better? Or is it just like a regional thing?
And that's a great question about utility, honestly. Have a shower, take a shower. They're functionally identical.
Okay.
You as a learner should feel totally comfortable using either. They mean the same thing. The key thing is, after that, she needs to dry myself, with a towel. And then the really important verb, get dressed.
And she adds a detail here. Comfortable clothes. That adjective choice tells us something, doesn't it? About her priorities for the day.
Exactly. It's not just that she got dressed, but how. Comfort over formality, perhaps.
Yeah.
The language reveals personality, not just actions.
Okay, moving on to fuel. Breakfast time. She says, I go downstairs to the kitchen and make breakfast.
Nice sequence there. Go downstairs, movement, makes preparation, cooking very clear.
And how she heats it. I usually have a bowl of oatmeal with fruit and a cup of tea. Let's talk about have.
Yes, the verb have is incredibly efficient here. It covers both eating and drinking.
Right, instead of I eat oatmeal and drink tea.
Exactly. Have works for breakfast, lunch, dinner, coffee, snacks. It covers everything you consume. Super useful.
Now here's where it gets structurally interesting. Simultaneous action. Sarah says, while I eat breakfast, I often read the news on my phone. That word while, it's a fantastic shortcut for learners.
Oh, it's essential. While really emphasizes that these two things, eating and reading, they're happening at the same time. They overlap. If she'd used when, like when I finish breakfast, I read the news, that signal sequence. First this, then that. While is all about multitasking in your description.
And the prepositions too, subtle but important. On my phone, we use on for devices when we talk about getting information right, like reading something on the internet, watching on a tablet.
Spot on. Then, after eating, it's chore time. She mentions she'll wash the dishes, standard, and then tidy up the kitchen.
Okay, tidy up. That's a great phrase. Let's unpack that a bit. It means make a place neat, obviously. But how is tidy up different from, say, clean the kitchen in conversation?
Good distinction. Tidy up generally implies a quicker, more surface-level organization, putting things back where they belong, making the space look neat and ready for the next use.
So not scrubbing floors or anything.
Exactly. It's different from deep cleaning. It's a very high utility phrase for describing those small, quick organizing tasks we do all the time.
Got it. So that wraps up the inside the house prep. She brushes her teeth, puts on a little makeup. Now let's follow her out the door. Commute time.
Right. Workday structure begins.
She says, around 7:30 a.m., I leave the house to go to work. Simple, clear, action-focused.
And the language describing the travel is really useful.
Right.
I usually take the bus, which takes about 30 minutes. We absolutely have to highlight the verb takes here.
You mean for duration?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the verb you use to talk about how long something lasts. The bus takes 30 minutes, the meeting takes an hour, that movie takes 2 hours. It's such a valuable pattern to learn.
Good point. And she seems punctual. I arrive at work at 8 a.m. and start working immediately.
Arrive at means she reached the destination, and immediately, right away, no delay, straight into it.
Her work tasks give us some context, too. I usually work on my computer, another use of on for a device, and attend meetings throughout the morning.
And that phrase throughout the morning is powerful. It doesn't just mean sometime in the morning. It means all during that period from start to finish. It signals a pretty packed schedule, doesn't it?
It does. Okay, midday brings the break. Around 12:00, I have lunch with my colleagues in the cafeteria. There's have, again, for eating.
And colleagues, a good, slightly more formal word for coworkers. Useful in a workplace context. Cafeteria, to place to eat at work or school.
And what do they do during lunch? The verbs are key. We usually chat and relax during our lunch break.
Yeah, simple but important conversational verbs. Chat, friendly, informal talk, relax, rest, feel calm. It shows the social side of the break, not just eating.
Then the afternoon is about getting back to it. I go back to work and continue my tasks until 5:00. Tasks, meaning her duties, the work she needs to do.
I like the flexibility she shows in the return journey. After she finishes work, she normally goes back home by bus.
But there's an alternative.
Right. Sometimes if the weather's nice, I walk home. This shows choice based on a condition. If the weather's good, sunny, pleasant, then she chooses to walk, travel on foot. That little if structure is a mini masterclass in expressing conditionality.
Okay, so she's home. Now it's time to wind down. When I get home, I usually feel tired, so I relax on the sofa for a while.
For a while. Another great casual time phrase means a short, kind of unspecified period. Very natural.
Evenings seem to have options. Sometimes social. Sometimes my friend comes over and we talk or watch a movie. Comes over. That's essential for casual visits, right?
Absolutely. Someone travels to your house. It's much more informal and common than saying, my friend visits me.
Or sometimes it's solo. Other times I cook dinner for myself, meaning just for her, around 7:30.
And after dinner, after the dishes are done again, here comes that language of possibility. This is something every learner needs. I might read a book or watch some TV.
Let's focus on might.
Yes, might. It's not just a simple maybe. It's a modal verb, and it signals a possibility, an option she hasn't firmly decided on yet.
So it expresses uncertainty about the future action.
Precisely, which is something we do constantly in real life, isn't it? It's a really quick, natural way to show you're considering options.
Okay, nearly the end of the day. Final prep. I always brush my teeth again and get ready for bed.
Get ready for bed.
Yeah.
Another great umbrella phrase. It covers everything involved in preparing for sleep. Putting on pajamas, maybe packing a bag for the next day, whatever your routine is.
And the final act. I usually go to bed around 10 or 10:30 p.m. Another around for approximation. And then she summarizes it all. That's pretty much my daily routine. Pretty much, meaning almost, mostly. Acknowledging it's the typical day, not necessarily exact every single time.
It's a perfect summary phrase.
So this is the moment, I think, to step back and see just how much useful stuff we've pulled from this simple routine. The sheer volume of action verbs.
It's huge when you list them out.
Think about it. Get up, turn off, stretch, get out of bed, have a shower, get dressed, make breakfast, tidy up.
Leave the house, take the bus, arrive at work, attend meetings, have lunch, go back to work.
Finish work, get home, relax, comes over, cook dinner, read a book, get ready for bed, go to bed. It's basically the blueprint for describing almost any standard day.
And that's the core point.
Yeah.
When you take that raw list, all that energy from the verbs, and you connect it with the structural pieces we talked about.
Like at around for time.
And white for simultaneous actions.
And might for possibility.
Suddenly you don't just have words, you have the whole architecture for a conversation. You know how to build the sentences that actually describe your life. It's incredibly empowering.
So what does this really mean for you, listening? We've basically given you a complete practical structure. It's common, it's conversational, it's got the vocabulary for time, for movement, for
Yeah,
choice.
Sarah's routine tells us what she does, right? The timeline.
Yeah.
We know she brushes her teeth twice, stretches once, the facts.
Mm-hmm.
But as you start building your own description, using these tools, think about this. If someone asked you to describe your day, what's the one essential action verb beyond just eating or working, the necessities? That really defines the quality of your day.
You mean like the thing that if you missed it, the whole routine would feel off, incomplete.
Exactly. What verbs do you choose to include in your story? Think about that choice and what it says about what's truly important in your daily life.